I always like to get Jason's point of view on how things are going so you guys out there can get both sides from, the caregiver and the actual one who has dementia. So we're updating because the last time we actually sat down and talked, because last week you did your awesome cooking video, which are you going to be cooking for us again soon?
Yes, I have an idea for a video. It's going to be awesome. But I can't remember what it was. I think we talked about it yesterday and I can't remember. So, here you go.
It was the little biscuit cookie thingies for tea.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Well, you just stay tuned for that. That'll be coming in the next week or two. Okay, so the last time we sat down and talked, I actually ended up turning the comments off on that video because I felt overwhelmed by the comments. And so we'll wait and see if the comments are on this one.
Remember, be kind.
So we were talking about your medication, and we told them how you stopped the Namenda, and we switched your mood medication. And since then, it's been a few months. And how do you feel like it's been over the last couple months?
So sweating was already a problem, and I feel like the sweating didn't get any better, and I feel like I've been moderately more hostile.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So
it's not that I'm more hostile, it's just I feel I'm more right than usual, and I have to make sure that everyone listens.
You need to be aggressive to let everyone know that. Yes. In the words of what I said in the email to the doctor, it's been a mini nightmare around here. So
depends on which side of the nightmare you're on.
Yes. So I love that you're at least giving an honest perspective. And I love that you're aware that it's been a little nightmare.
Aware, but not really I haven't been able to identify or adjust my behavior while it's occurring. I'm just short-circuiting. Yes.
And that is common. And so we rely on medications with dementia patients for mood because they do not have any control over it. And so we have switched the mood medication back to the other one that we were on at a higher dosage. And so obviously that's going to take several weeks for that to play out. And we'll kind of see how the next 6 weeks go because I feel like we're still going to be on this roller coaster.
Yes, I am at the highest dosage, although they have put the next dosage requires a doctor's visit to increase, and they have put, they've identified, I feel like it's the same doctor, but he's got two different names. We're either going to go see Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde to get if I need an adjustment again. See what I did there?
I see what you did there. Yes. And so that's kind of where we're at with that. So that just makes every day has been kind of a challenge. And I'll talk more of that when Jason goes away. We can kind of talk about the challenges of how to navigate those moods and that type of thing and like what's been working and what hasn't been working.
And to clarify by what she means by go away is I'm going to go on a business trip by myself.
Oh, totally. What kind of business are you taking care of?
I'm taking care of business. TCB.
Okay.
Me and Elvis.
Did he sing that song originally?
That was the name of his company, TCB.
Oh.
It's on the back of the airplane. Everybody knows this.
I don't know this.
Your birthday is the same as Elvis's.
That doesn't mean I know all his stuff.
Because I fetched you from the ghetto. You should put the song in there.
Okay, here's another request.
Yes. I was born in the ghetto.
Oh my goodness. All right, so
we got biscuits coming up for tea time. And
we've talked about your mood.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about how your sleep's been going. And the only reason I always bring that up is because that is something that is just always high on our list of problems.
I feel like sleep has been going well from a sleep perspective, but if you're trying to quantify sleeping when it's appropriate, then that's been an issue.
Yeah. You've been very sleepy.
Long naps, and then still sweating. The other night I got up and So, it's not that I even want to get up. I think, and I've said this in 28 other videos, it's not that I want to get up because I still want to sleep, but I have sweat so much that once I sit up, the bed gets freezing cold because it's drenched in sweat, and I end up going and sleeping on the couch because I'm still tired. I don't even turn the TV on, and I can barely keep my eyes open, but I'm just sweaty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This microphone setup could be confused with the Saturday Night Live skit, another insert here, of when Mr. Sweaty was there talking about his famous Christmas balls.
Sweaty balls. Is that what your videos are going to become? Just little movie inserts? Yes. Here we go. We're up here. Now Evie needs to be in here.
Okay, say hi to everybody.
She wants to say hi to you. Mm-hmm. Oh, Evie, do you have fans? Yeah. Okay, and then other than that, from your perspective, how do you feel like things like, oh my. How are we supposed to focus right now?
How do I feel like what?
You want to come over here and sit down. How do you feel like, just in general, about how everything else is going for you? Basically, like, I feel like when your mood is off, it causes other aspects of your areas of your life to be off.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm. I think you get a little bit more, like...
I concur, Dr. Ashland.
Thank you. You get...
That's another movie clip. Third movie clip.
From, no, don't tell me. The one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're going to have to narrow that down.
Oh, he's in the plane and he's a con artist. He's the air...
Okay, I'm going to give you partial.
Yeah. What is the name of that movie?
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Do you concur, Dr. Ashland? Well, I did not concur.
Oh, boy.
Moving on.
Thank you. I feel like our conversation right now, your life gets a little chaotic, and this is what it's like.
I don't know, because right up here, making perfect sense and flowing. But if out there in TV land, you're noticing that might be a bit chaotic.
Yes. But, well, I'm looking forward to your cooking. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and send Leslie a gift card for coffee.
Why do I need a gift card for coffee?
I don't know, because she doesn't drink coffee.
I don't even drink coffee. I like to give out gift cards for coffee. Yeah. You're so funny.
I just, at no point throughout this discussion has anything that I've said come even close to resembling a rational thought. We are all now dumber for having listened to me speak. May God have mercy on my soul. Movie clip number 4.
Somebody tell me what it is.
Oh, come on.
What is that one?
Academic Decathlon, Billy Madison.
Oh, my.
This is
what it's like trying to have conversations with him. I love you.
Pizza.
Oh my goodness, that was a lot of show timing. Yeah, a lot of times having a conversation with Jason is very much like that. Like when you're just trying to flow and have a normal conversation, he is constantly thinking of movie one-liners. Like, I don't know, it's because he has such a fantastic long-term memory. That's just like constantly what he does in conversations. So I think that's how he feels like he can contribute, because I feel like sometimes he struggles with just like normal everyday conversation. But honestly, he had a really good week this past week, where one day he went over to the neighbors and he just visited, and he just was it was so nice to hear him talk. He did do some movie one-liners and stuff like that, but it was really nice. But other than that, he usually disengages and doesn't want to go over and visit with people because he is struggling to be able to talk, and it's very, I don't want to say painful, but it's hard work. And so, yes, it has been, from my side, it's been very difficult. And after the email that I sent talking about how more than 50% of you that are here to watch Jason is because you're just interested in his life and you're not going through this situation, it makes it really hard to be able to relate with you guys. I didn't get the audience that I thought I was going to get on this channel. I thought I would connect with other people who are going through the same situation, which I have. There is a small portion of you guys, and that's been wonderful. So I feel like when we're talking about stuff, and you're not going through it, you guys struggle to relate to how things flow and how things go, and you don't live the situation, so you have no idea what it's like with someone who has dementia. It is a roller coaster. It is an everyday up and down. You have no idea what to expect. One day he can sleep all day, and the next day he can just be super chaos. I tease him and tell him his new nickname is Chaos Jason, because there's a lot of chaos that happens with dementia and things, and a lot of fixations and just and it's been really bad right now because of all the medication changes. So I was having some rough times there. It's chilled off a little bit. Keep our fingers crossed that it's going to. And it's so funny with dementia, when you think that you have a problem solved, I think I have the financial part of dementia solved, meaning, like we've talked about in the past, I just think it's so weird that people, not weird, I just find it so ironic that people with dementia have this weird, where they just want to spend money and they just want to buy things, and you're just trying to keep them safe, and they fall easily to scams, and they think they need to buy this and that, and they just sit around and want to make illogical purchases. And I feel like, I got a handle on it, I got it all under control, and then it's so funny, and then no, something happens, and you're like, okay, how do I handle this? So you got to be really creative when you are taking care of someone who has dementia. It's just, oh man. And you want to respect them, because, Jason gets angry when and he'll be like, I'm not a child. It's my money too. I can buy what I want. And you're trying to have a reasonable conversation with my goodness, we've been together since we were 15. We've been married for 32 years. And Jason of the past would just be so embarrassed if he knew what he was buying and wasting money. He was always so financially savvy, and he would just die if he knew that he was wasting so much money on just the most silliest things. And so when they say that and they're like, I'm not a child, I can buy what I want, you have to think of a way, like, how can I, because what you want to say as just a husband and a wife, you want to be like, well, then quit acting like a child. But you can't say that to them. And so I have to try and explain it very shortly, just like, it can't be some big, long, drawn-out explanation. You have to just be like, okay, well, you have to have a budget, because adults have budgets, and so this is the amount of money that you can spend each month. And now getting to them adhere to that, that's a whole other story, and man, when is this phase going to be over? Okay, anyway, moving on. So hopefully we get the medication all chilled out and things start to go a little more smoothly. From my point of view, on my side, I do feel like I'm walking on eggshells. You can just ask Jason the most simplest question sometimes, and he will just yell out and cuss. And it's really weird, because it's not his personality to just cuss randomly at you. He never cussed at me in ever our whole marriage. And for him to just yell out and cuss at you because you just ask a normal question. So you just get to where you don't want to engage him at all. And so it's just so weird. That's my word of the video today, weird, because this is such a weird disease. And I want to talk about something real quick, because of some comments I got on videos, and it makes me feel like I kind of want to explain. There are a lot of things about my life that you guys don't know, because that's not what we really talk about here. But I want to let you know that I really appreciate when you guys are like, make sure you're safe, take care of yourself, and, those kinds of things. And like, oh, you need to be strong. It's only going to get worse from there. Watching someone you love die is difficult. I just want to let you know that not only being a nurse, I have dealt with death. I'm just going to say way more than the average person has. And so you get a little bit of thick skin. And yes, this is Jason going through this, and it's horrible, but you just get this like thick skin that you just do it. And that's how I did in nursing. But that's also how you had to do when, you hold your loved one's hands that die and that type of thing. So, and then another thing that I don't think you guys realize that I never talked about here, I actually have past experience working with those who have dementia. I worked in a locked memory care clinic, or a locked memory care facility for those with Alzheimer's and different types of dementia. And so I had a lot of experience. Woo! I'll tell you what, I will never forget the day I got whopped upside the head. We had one of my patients, he was just an angry guy. Reminds me a lot of someone I know, and which is just so typical. So none of this is out of the ordinary to me or unexpected. I just don't enjoy, no one enjoys living it. And so I feel like I'm only doing the best that I can. I have a smidge advantage of 1, being a registered nurse, 2, having dealt with death a lot, and 3, having worked with past dementia patients and kind of navigating that. And now I'm doing it on a daily basis. And I'm going to be 100% transparent. I loathed working in that unit. I did not last there long. It was something that I had to do I had to do a clinicals there, and then I did it on the side to make extra money back during school. And oh my goodness, I didn't enjoy it. Now I get to live it every day. But you know what? God does things in your life to like prepare you, and He prepared me. I learned a skill back then that I used for Jason. And it's so funny. Just a lot of those little skills that I learned back then on how to handle the patients. I always had this one lovely lady who was angry often, and you could divert her attention so easily with her grandkids. She had him hanging on her wall, and I do the exact same thing with Jason. When he's just being ugly and everything I can't figure out the reason, and honestly, he probably doesn't know the reason either. I can divert his attention so easily by talking about his grandkids, because man, he just lights up. That just puts a smile on his face. He is never crabby when they are around. He just pretty much feels happy and joyful, and so it's a very good diversion tactic. Keep that in the back of your pocket if you can use that one. But anyway, I just wanted to share kind of an update on how everything was going with him and let him talk a little bit. It's kind of fun. He hasn't been cooking that much, but I think it's so fun that he wants to put in effort to cook for you guys. So I love it. We'll just take anything we can get from him right now. So stay tuned. So we'll have a cooking video coming up, and then I'll continue to keep you guys posted if anything new happens, or if basically like how the medication's going over the next few weeks, if we're starting to get leveled out. I'd appreciate some prayers if you could for that, so we can start to get a little bit of stability over here and not feel like I'm walking around on eggshells constantly. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.